Alrighty guys, MetroFanTV coming to you live from Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. We're here with one and only Tom Bellows once again. Tom, you know, this does a lot to right the ship, in your opinion, right? Especially with all the vitriol and all the toxicity that was floating around the internet after our last Saturday's result. Like, this has to do a lot of wonders in restoring confidence in this team, in your opinion, right? It's a bit another high crest and like the roller coaster that is this club. Like, take us away out of here.
Oh, it was a fantastic course correction. We were dicey at times, but I feel overall the quality of play compared to every previous Chris Armas match has been a total step up. I felt a lot more confident. There were times where we weren't contesting the midfield, but it worked out. This, after like the sky was falling against Columbus after, 6 out of 9 points in 1 week, were the earthquakes. We won, and we won big. We crushed them with Danny Royer. Bradley proved once again he's more than just a goal scorer, which is something that kind of gets lost in the greatest goal scorer, greatest striker debate that people have with him and Martinez. I was super proud of the team. This was a great bounce back against a team that we knew nothing about. Not a thing. We knew Bob Bradley, but that's about it. And Bob knew Chris Armas and Dennis Hamlin, which is a big feather in the cap for Armas to beat him in their first meeting.
That was sort of one of the bigger narratives in this game, right? This was the meeting of the master and the protege after a while.
And the same Trest.
Any comments on the way that Armas managed the game flow today? I certainly thought that we came out. It was a bit of a ugly game because I think considering the community and the heat, a number of clear-cut chances for both teams, obviously, but ultimately I feel like this was a game that was decided on who could finish their chances better.
Yes.
Right? And the team pulled through in the end that way. So, anything in particular stood out for you from that?
Yeah. Particularly, I could feel Aaron Long a bit tired. He went down, we had that brief minute scare where I thought like he just tore his groin. I was like, well, all right. But besides from that, Armas we played 90 minutes with a cohesive plan, and it worked. That's all we've kind of been asking. We've been like, no 45 minutes first half, second half. We want a full game where we're not like, oh my God, this is a disaster, and then we fixed it. We played a good game, master and apprentice. At least for this game, Chris Armas proved up to the task. I silenced a lot of doubters. We had issues with Derek again going forward, but that's why we got Brian White. Disappointed not to see Brian, but I understand why not.
Well, I will push back a bit on Derek at the end, because I thought his cameo off the bench was a very exciting cameo, right? Out there in the wing, looking dangerous on the counter and coming off. And I think at this point in the season, the debate has kind of raged on all season long about whether or not Derek is a striker or a winger. And I think he showed today that he can do the goods as an energy sub coming off the bench out wide to do damage against tiring teams.
Yeah.
Right? And he looked really good in the counter today. So does this kind of settle it going forward?
That he's a winger and should not be played as the backup striker. Absolutely. And I feel like we've kind of, everyone in the fan base hit that realization like somewhere in the first 3 weeks of the season. And now seeing the coaching staff being like, guess you're right, is, nice, but like you also look and be like, we could have been doing this a lot further instead of throwing him out on the vine to get all the criticism he's gotten and might have messed with his confidence. So unfortunate about that, but it's good to see him in a good role now with the club.
Yeah, and obviously I think I want to close the evening out tonight talking about a certain man in double digits, assisting another man in double digits, right? Bradley Wright flips to Daniel Royer to seal the game, and that play from Brad just kind of sums up everything we've known about him, right? Super humble, willing to do everything for the team, and such a wonderful way to fit that legacy, to honor that legacy, I should say.
He could have taken that. No one would have blamed him.
Yeah.
And which is why, like you said, him giving that to her, and like Dennis touched on it in his speech as well, like that's who he is. The man who wants to contribute, the man who's not just about goal scoring, even though he's the best at it in this franchise history and possibly MLS as well. What he brings to this club is something that the club has lacked completely.
The cop!
Possibly. But we see him converting at every step and every obstacle he seems to hit. He has a plan and ability to go past it. I feel confident when he's in the attack. And I feel like that's nice for a fan base to have someone that you can look at and be like, that's my player, I can feel that he can change a game, and to demonstrate that he can change the game almost every time he's on the pitch.
Yeah. So anything you want to say to Extra Time Radio for dishonoring our man year after year?
I can't believe you've done this.
Bobby Warshaw's okay.
What?
Oh,
delete that Bobby Warshaw.
This is off the record, by the way.
He's alright.
Listen, fuck you, Weeby, and fuck you, Warshaw, and MetroFanTV. Oh, and fuck you, too,
David
boy.
Goss is
MetroFanTV, signing out.